Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for joining me today because we have some very exciting General Hospital news to talk about, and it's definitely worth the wait. I tell you, sitting here with my coffee this morning, I just can't stop thinking about poor Kirsten Storms. That girl has been through more than any one person should have to handle, and it breaks my old heart wide open. I've been a faithful General Hospital watcher for decades now, and Kirsten as Maxie Jones has been one of the best parts of the show for me. She brought so much fire, sass, and heart to that character. But right now, life has hit her harder than any soap opera storyline ever could. From what I've seen and read, Kirsten went through brain surgery not long ago, and that's when everything really started to spiral. Those health problems turned into real struggles with her mind. It's like her own thoughts and feelings got all tangled up, and she hasn't been able to find steady ground since. Folks who love her can see it plain as day. She's not the same bubbly girl we used to see on screen, and it's just plain sad. The worst part? She lost custody of her sweet little daughter, Harper. Lord, I can't even imagine how that feels for a mama. Missing out on your own child's everyday life, that kind of pain cuts deep. This past Mother's Day hit her especially hard. Instead of waking up to hugs and homemade cards from Harper, she spent the day alone with her thoughts. No little girl calling her mommy, no family breakfast, nothing, just emptiness. And right around that time, her ex-husband, Brandon Barash, had to file for a restraining order. I know they've had their rough patches, like a lot of couples do, but this feels heavier than usual. When your mind is fighting you every day, even the people who once stood by you sometimes have to step back for their own peace. It doesn't make it any less painful, though. On top of all that, she's been struggling just to keep a roof over her head. She got kicked out of her apartment in Tennessee recently, and now she's bouncing between hotels and crashing with friends when they can take her in. That kind of wandering life wears a person down fast. No stability, no place to call home. It's enough to make anybody feel lost. And in the middle of all this darkness, what does she want more than anything? To come back to General Hospital. She begged to step back into Maxie's shoes, probably hoping the familiar set and the work she loves would give her something solid to hold on to. But they turned her down flat. That one really got to me. I thought the show might throw her a lifeline, but I guess they have their own reasons. Some of her own family members have even talked about putting her in a psychiatric hospital because she's having such a hard time fitting back into regular life. Can you imagine how alone that must make her feel? Like the whole world is closing in. But here's the thing that gives me hope: her fans haven't given up on her. Not one bit. We older folks who've watched her grow up on that show still send our prayers and good thoughts her way every single day. We remember the talented, lively actress who made us laugh and cry with Maxie's crazy schemes and big heart. We want her back on screen, not just for the stories, but for her own healing. There's something powerful about doing what you love when everything else feels like it's falling apart. I've lived long enough to know that life can be mighty cruel sometimes, especially when your own body and mind start working against you. But I've also seen people climb out of some very deep holes. Kirsten still has fight in her. I truly believe that. She's got a whole community of us pulling for her, hoping she finds the right doctors, the right support, and most of all, a little peace. Hang in there, Kirsten. One day at a time, darling. We're still here cheering for you, just like we've done for years, watching you on General Hospital, and the sun's going to shine brighter for you again. I just know it. Bless your heart. I tell you, the more I hear about what's really going on with Kirsten Storms, the heavier my heart feels. It's like life just won't give that poor girl a break. Her ex-husband, Brandon, opened up and said she's been living in pure fear for her own safety lately. She wakes up every day thinking somebody's out to get her, feeling like there are eyes on her all the time, following her wherever she goes. And those hallucinations, Lord have mercy, they sound terrifying. She becomes convinced that strangers are breaking into her place and stealing her belongings. Imagine trying to rest or feel safe when your own mind keeps telling you lies like that. It must be exhausting, frightening, and lonely all at the same time. I've been watching General Hospital for so many years that Kirsten as Maxie Jones feels like family to me. She was always so full of life on screen, sassy, funny, and full of heart. That's why so many longtime fans are worried sick right now. She's one of the most loved actresses in daytime TV, and seeing her struggle like this just doesn't sit right with any of us. We remember the bright, talented young woman who made us laugh one minute and reach for the tissues the next. Now she's fighting battles we can't even see, and it hurts. What really gets me is how much she wants to be close to her little girl Harper again. Every mother's heart aches for her children, but for Kirsten, it seems even deeper because she's lost so much already. She also desperately wants to come back to work on General Hospital. That show wasn't just a job for her, it was her lifeline, the one steady thing that gave her purpose and joy when the rest of the world felt like it was spinning out of control. Stepping back onto that set, slipping into Maxie's shoes, might be the very thing that could help pull her through, but right now that door is still closed, and I know it's crushing her spirit. If things keep going this way and her family has to put her in a psychiatric hospital, well, none of us want to see that happen. Not the fans, not her old friends from the show, and I'm sure not Kirsten herself. It feels too final, too sad. Her story makes you stop and think about how fragile life can be. One day you're up there shining on television, bringing happiness into people's living rooms, and the next you're battling sickness, losing custody, bouncing from hotel to hotel, and fighting demons inside your own head. It's a reminder that storms can hit any of us, no matter how talented or how much we've given to others. Still, there's a lot of love surrounding her. Fans and her old coworkers have been sending warm messages, kind words, and plenty of prayers. People are checking in, lifting her up in their thoughts, and hoping she finds real help and real healing. We're all rooting for her with everything we've got. We want to see that spark come back, that Maxie energy that made the show so special. But the truth is, nobody knows what the future holds for her. Will she get the right treatment and slowly find her way back to stability? Will we ever get to see her on our screens again as that fiery, lovable Maxie Jones, causing trouble and melting hearts like she used to? Or is this going to be a long, slow road with more bumps than we can count? Those questions keep rolling around in my mind, and I reckon they're on a lot of other fans' minds too. All I can say is this: hang in there, Kirsten. One day, one step at a time. We older folks who followed your journey for years haven't forgotten you. We're still here, praying you find peace, get to hold your daughter again, and maybe one day walk back onto that General Hospital set where you belong. Life's been mighty tough on you, darling, but you've got more people pulling for you than you probably realize. Bless your sweetheart. We're not giving up hope. I tell you, as of right now, Kirsten Storms herself hasn't come out and said a single word about everything that's been going on. She stayed real quiet through all the talk and all the headlines, and I reckon that's her way of trying to protect whatever peace she has left. We'll be right here keeping an eye on things, and the moment any new updates come along, we'll share them with you straight away, just like we always do. No matter how this story unfolds, one thing I know for sure is that Kirsten deserves every bit of support we can send her way. My heart goes out to her, something fierce. I'm lifting up prayers for her every single day, asking for strength, healing, and a little bit of calm in the middle of this storm. I'm also sending my warmest wishes that she finds comfort while she's carrying all these heavy burdens, the personal struggles, the family heartaches, and the bright lights of the public watching her every move. It can't be easy knowing so many eyes are on you when you're already fighting battles inside your own head. There's no judgment coming from me, and I don't believe there should be from any of us who followed her journey. Life has a way of throwing curves at even the strongest people, and Kirsten has had more than her fair share lately. We're not here to point fingers or whisper about what may or may not have happened. Instead, we choose to remember the good, the talented, bright-spirited woman who lit up our screens for so many years. Kirsten Storms is a truly wonderful soul. She poured her heart into that role as Maxie Jones and gave us years of laughter, tears, and unforgettable moments. That kind of talent and heart doesn't fade away. I've always respected her, and that respect has only grown deeper now. My admiration for her strength, even in the middle of all this darkness, will stay with me for a long time. She's fought hard, loved deeply, and brought joy to so many of us older fans sitting in our living rooms week after week. So keep your chin up, Kirsten. We're still right here in your corner, rooting for you with everything we've got. May gentler days come your way real soon, darling. May you find your way back to your daughter, back to feeling safe in your own skin, and maybe one day back to the work you love so much. Bless your sweetheart. We love you. We're praying for you, and we're not going anywhere. Take care of yourself the best you can. Better times are still out there waiting for you.